over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Off the bootleg. Jones. Flushed out right. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
The ball carrier.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Play action. It's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
Lockett.
Tyler Lockett. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Quarterback.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Intended for Darius.
I like what they did there, because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Jones looking to throw on second down. That's complete to his tight end, Sullivan. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
It's a gain of a yard.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
Now Jones to throw on third down. Escaping the pressure right. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Returnable for Lockett. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they hand off to Coleman. And some space here. 20. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. He's off to a great start here in this first quarter. It seems like this defense is probably going to have trouble containing him.
I would agree with that. I love the observation. And here's the thing. Their game plan coming to fruition. You knew that they came in thinking that they could run it, and now they're proving that they can and doing it in a big way.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 3-yard line.
This is Carson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
Back at the 7-yard line.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be third down. To throw is Wilson. Open is Olsen. He's got it. Touchdown Seahawks. Greg Olsen. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
2nd and 10 at the...
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. 7 yards, the pickup there. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Jones now. Off the play fake. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Now it's Lockett. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On second down, it's Coleman. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And down he'll go at the 25. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up second.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jones. He's going to fire deep for Ratley. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taken in at the 11. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check 59, Mike is good. Hey, 59. Easy. 59 Mike. Check, 59.
Now it's Carson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Chris Carson has proven to be a workhorse for the Seattle Seahawks, and they continue to expand his game. We know that he can run inside and be a bruising type of a player, but he has surprising speed to the perimeter, and they've expanded his game now by throwing it to him out of the backfield. In 2019, in the top 10 in the league in touches and yards from scrimmage.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught at the 20.
Oh, boy, you ain't got no feet.
All the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, That should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Bobby Wagner, the NFL's leading tackler in 2019, there on the stop.
A gain of 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's a give to Barkley. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Now Saquon Barkley, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
At the 14-yard line.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Intended for Davies.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
On for the field goal of 31.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And this carries into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Let's go, D. Big series.
Now a give, right side. Carson, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Good gain by Chris Carson. Picks up a first down, and you just have to love his running style. Talk about a straight-ahead guy, no-nonsense type of a runner. He's averaged 82 yards a game over the last 2 seasons and had 1,230 yards on the ground in 2019.
He was brought down.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They go play action with Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And it's a quick slant to Lockett. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
The 15-yard line.
Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. So Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run with Muhammad. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. They'll run on 1st down. Muhammad, and he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
They go again with Muhammad. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A gain of 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's Jones, throwing on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Gain on the play.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the Giants' 19-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down now, it's Carson, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here. Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
He's tackled at the
on any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Lockett. Tyler Lockett with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
34, Giants 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 31 yards there and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll try to run with Carson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Wilson on the keeper. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will not be denied. Into the end zone, touchdown Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And this offense is running away with this one. And he puts it through.
Makes the score Seahawks 41, Giants 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been... And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bobby Wagner picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
11-yard line.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 5.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. This will be caught at about the 6. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. He's going to let it fly. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Jones. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action, Jones. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Intended for Darius Slayton. Incomplete. He was covered by Jamal Adams.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Jones pass. Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
Today's final score, Seahawks 55.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.